everyone, it's still Friday and I'm still Teresa. So it has been a long day already, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I started out this morning stabilizing my moods by going through my daily checklist, and it helped me cope with my depression and also lessened it to a more manageable level of emotion. And if you need more details on how I did that, please refer to my earlier video. This simple checklist can save your day. I've also been dealing with anxiety. So I have borderline personality disorder. I suffer from manic depression, and I also have complex PTSD. So I experience a wide range of symptoms depending on my stress level and any given day, what's going on in the atmosphere around me. And today I have dealt with depression and anxiety. I had an anxiety outburst because the IOP van was running late and my schedule was already really full for the day, and I was already going to have to leave intensive outpatient therapy early, and outpatient therapy really helps me a lot. And I also deal with the stress of communal living on a day-to-day basis, so it's nice to get out of that environment and be in a group of people who are similar minded and where I can safely share my emotions without having to worry about how it's going to affect other people who live in close proximity to me. So those classes help me a lot. I dealt with my anxiety outburst by not staying in the emotion, because I recognize that I don't generally do that, and used to it in the past. Whenever I gave in to my frustration and made an ass out of myself, I felt like I had already done damage, and it made me spiral into a self-negative mode. And I don't want to stay in that emotion, but I'm just now beginning to realize that I can have that feeling. But after I apologize, if I focus on things that are more positive, it helps me to experience other emotions, and eventually it lessens that anxiety. And that's exactly what I've done today. I've managed to level it out. And the only other stressor that I have is I had to get another number at the DMV because my attention span has been so short that I have managed to destroy one phone this week. I replaced it, and then I just left my phone in the van at IOP. So I had to run across to Goodwill because they didn't know whether I was going to be at the revenue office or whether I was going to be across the street at the Goodwill to get my job interview. So now I'm just waiting again, and I already talked to Goodwill, and they understand that I might have to wait a little longer at the DMV. But so far, so good. I've managed all these emotions, and I'm not saying that they magically disappeared, but I'm learning how to cope with them enough to be able to get through my day and function and not react like a maniac and make me revert back to that toxic emotion of shame that I experienced a lot in my life for my actions and feeling like I was different and ostracized. And a lot of that stems from my childhood, which is a subject for another day. But right now, I'm good to go. So I'm just waiting outside the DMV, and I hope that everybody else out there is having a great Friday. Mine could be a lot worse, so I'm very thankful.